This exercise burns fat faster than Ozempic. Everyone's talking about Ozempic. The promise of quick weight loss, the craze on social media, the drug that's become a symbol of the rush to transform the body. But what almost no one talks about is the hidden cost of that choice. And more than that, the fact that there's a different path, more affordable, safer, and way smarter. Have you ever stopped to think that the human body has the natural ability to burn fat on its own, without depending on external formulas? That there are simple movements using nothing but your own body weight capable of firing up your metabolism more efficiently than the trendiest drugs? Imagine activating your muscles so intensely that your body keeps burning energy even after you finish. Imagine an exercise so basic it can be done anywhere, but so powerful it's already transforming the lives of those who practice it daily. In this episode, Dr. Haruki Tanaka reveals why shortcuts can be dangerous, which silent habits are blocking your health, and what is the one single movement that can redefine your relationship with energy, metabolism, and fat burning. You're about to discover that the secret isn't in needles or expensive pills, but in reclaiming the strength that already exists inside your body. Are you ready to discover an exercise that can change your life and that you can start doing right now? Then welcome to another episode of the HealEssence podcast. Dr. Tanaka, I think today no one can scroll through social media or watch an interview without hearing about this Ozempic thing. It feels like the whole world discovered this drug as if it were a magic wand for weight loss. But before we dive into the technical side, I want to hear your personal take. What have you noticed about this craze, both among patients and in the media?
Indeed, Ozempic has become a real cultural phenomenon, almost like a celebrity in the pharmaceutical world. What's curious is that it wasn't originally created for weight loss, but for treating type 2 diabetes. But then one side effect caught everyone's attention: significant weight loss in many patients. From there, celebrities, influencers, and even doctors started promoting this off-label use, and interest exploded worldwide.
What amazes me is how fast it spread. Normally, when a new drug appears, it takes time before the general public even knows about it. But with Ozempic, it feels like it happened overnight. Some people are buying it without prescriptions, others are chasing cheaper alternatives, and everyone's talking about it like it's the ultimate solution for fat.
Exactly, and that's where things get tricky. The indirect marketing through media exposure, combined with word of mouth, gave Ozempic an almost miraculous status. But whenever something is sold as a quick fix, especially when it comes to the body and health, we need to be cautious. Yes, there is weight loss associated with the drug, but it's far from being risk-free or without limitations.
What's interesting is that it even creates a kind of social pressure. People who never considered using medication to lose weight suddenly start thinking about it just because they see others showing quick results. And of course, we live in a time where patience is scarce. Everyone wants to change in weeks what took years to accumulate, like excess weight.
This collective rush is a modern phenomenon. Ozempic has become a promise of a shortcut, and humans love shortcuts. But when we're talking biology and metabolism, nothing comes without a cost. Every intervention has a reaction in the body, whether positive or negative. So while the Ozempic craze is understandable, we need to realize it's rooted in a culture that values immediate results over long-term health.
And there's another curious detail. Many people who talk about the drug don't even know what it is. They just repeat that it makes you lose weight, but they don't realize it's from a class of drugs that act on gut hormones, altering hunger and satiety. This lack of knowledge, mixed with the anxiety for results, creates fertile ground for misunderstandings and even dangerous self-medication.
Exactly. And that's one of the big issues. By oversimplifying, people lose sight of the fact that they're messing with something complex. The body isn't a simple machine where you press a button and it works. Ozempic acts on delicate circuits, and when used without guidance, it can cause unexpected effects. That's why we need more dialogue and less glamorization around this kind of resource.
So when we say Ozempic is a craze, we're not just talking about something medical, but also cultural, social, and even psychological. It's become a symbol of quick transformation. But at the same time, as you pointed out, that promise carries risks that don't show up in Instagram posts or viral videos.
Exactly. The Ozempic craze is the portrait of a society obsessed with speed in everything, even with the body. And what I always tell my patients is, there's no magic formula. What exists is science, choices, consistency, and above all, respect for the natural rhythm of the body. And that's where the conversation gets interesting, because there are more sustainable ways to get results.
Dr. Tanaka, now that we understand the craze, I want to touch on a crucial point, the risks. Ozempic is being sold as safe, as if it's just a little push for people who want to lose weight. But I imagine, like with any drug, there are important side effects. What are the main warnings you give your patients when this topic comes up?
The first warning is simple. No drug is free of side effects, especially when used outside its main indication. Ozempic can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, and even pancreatitis in more severe cases. Plus, there are reports of excessive muscle mass loss, which compromises metabolism in the long run. These points don't show up in the informal advertising, but they're crucial to understand.
So what looks like quick weight loss may actually be a dangerous imbalance. And I imagine many people don't even realize they're losing muscle along with fat, thinking they're getting healthier, when, in fact, they're weakening their own bodies.
Exactly. Loss of lean mass is one of the biggest traps. When that happens, metabolism slows down, and the chance of regaining weight later is huge. On top of that, there are impacts on strength, mobility, and even quality of life. Many patients tell me they feel extreme fatigue and low energy, which doesn't match the idea of healthy weight loss.
And beyond the physical effects, isn't there also a psychological dimension? Because I get the impression some people put all their expectations on the drug, as if it were going to fix their whole lives, and then end up disappointed when they realize it's not like that.
No doubt. Using Ozempic can create emotional dependency. The person believes they'll only be able to lose weight while on it, and that creates a bond of insecurity with their own body. That's serious because it weakens autonomy. Instead of learning to trust healthy habits, they start to believe there's only one path, and that path is medication.
It's like trading one prison for another. Before, the prison was the difficulty of losing weight. After, it's the dependency on an expensive drug full of side effects that can't be taken for life.
Exactly. That's why when I get patients interested in Ozempic, I always say, first let's understand your needs, then assess risks, and finally consider more sustainable alternatives. Rushing can come at a high cost. The human body responds better when we respect it, not when we try to force it with external substances.
So the central warning is, yes, Ozempic can bring results, but at a price most people don't know about. And often, that price isn't worth it.
Correct. My goal isn't to demonize the drug, but to shed light where there's shadow. It has legitimate uses, but it shouldn't be seen as a cure-all. The most important thing is to remember there are safe, natural strategies to achieve the same goal, only in a smarter and more lasting way.
Dr. Tanaka, I want to dig deeper into this point, shortcuts. Humans seem almost magnetically drawn to quick solutions. Whether it's miracle diets, cosmetic surgeries, or now drugs like Ozempic, there's always the promise of changing your life in no time. Why is this attraction to shortcuts so strong and, at the same time, so dangerous?
Because it's based on a natural desire to save energy and get quick rewards. Our brains are programmed to seek easy paths. The problem is, when it comes to health, this almost never works in the long run. Shortcuts usually skip the process, and without process, there's no learning. In the case of the body, there's no lasting adaptation. So what looks like a solution turns into a cycle of frustration.
That reminds me of fad restrictive diets. Every year a new one shows up, promising quick results. At first, the person may even lose weight, but later ends up back where they started, sometimes worse. I imagine Ozempic is just another chapter in that same story.
Exactly. It's the same pattern dressed up differently. Whether it's the soup diet, a magic pill, or a revolutionary injection, the storyline is the same. Promise a lot, deliver fast, and then charge a high price in the form of rebound or weakened health. The human body is wise, but it won't tolerate being tricked for long. It always asks for payback.
And that payback can come in unexpected ways, right? Like metabolic issues, low immunity, anxiety. Effects that don't show up in the ads, but silently erode health.
Exactly. And there's also the behavioral side. Those who live chasing shortcuts never build consistency. It's like a student who wants to pass a test without studying, just by cheating. They might pull it off once, but they'll never have real knowledge. The same goes for health. Without conscious effort, discipline, and patience, the result doesn't last.
That's so true. I know people who've tried several quick fixes and in the end feel more lost and discouraged than before. It's like each failed attempt steals a bit of their self-confidence.
And that's one of the worst side effects of shortcuts. They crush self-esteem. The person starts believing they lack willpower, when in reality the problem was trusting an illusionary promise. The right path does exist, it just hasn't been taken yet. With proper guidance, anyone can achieve lasting results without resorting to extremes.
So we can say that the hunt for shortcuts is a kind of modern trap. It looks like an advantage, but hides risks that pile up over time.
No doubt. And the good news is, once someone breaks free from that instant gratification mindset, they make room for something far more powerful, trust in their own body and in its natural ability to transform. And that's what's going to lead us into the next part of this conversation.
Now we've reached a part that fascinates me, the strength of the human body. While so many people rush to external solutions, we forget that our own organism already has incredible mechanisms to burn fat, regulate appetite, and balance energy. Dr. Tanaka, how does this natural intelligence of the body work?
It really is fascinating. Our body is equipped with very sophisticated self-regulation systems. When we move, eat in a balanced way, and sleep well, the body activates hormones that speed up fat burning and reduce inflammation. The liver, the muscles, and even the gut play a role in this process. It's as if we have an internal pharmacy always available.
So, instead of depending on external medicine, we could learn how to trigger this internal pharmacy with simple habits. That makes me wonder, could it be that, more often than not, what's missing is not some fancy resource, but simply the discipline to stick to the basics?
You've hit the core point. The body doesn't ask for anything extraordinary, just consistency in what we already know works. Moving every day, choosing real foods, keeping a regular sleep schedule, managing stress. These are the natural buttons that activate metabolism. When we do this, the body responds with energy, vitality, and even spontaneous fat reduction.
It's interesting how it sounds almost too simple. And maybe that's why people doubt it. They think, if it were just walking more, sleeping well, and eating better, I'd already be skinny. So they end up believing more in something that comes in an expensive package than in their own body.
That happens because we underestimate patience. Natural results aren't immediate, but they are consistent. The body needs weeks or months to show deep changes. The difference is that, once they arrive, they don't go away easily. It's like building a house on solid ground instead of setting up a fragile tent.
And there's also something more subjective, right? When we choose the natural path, we gain more than aesthetics. There's a sense of vitality, mental clarity, and even personal confidence that you can hardly get with shortcuts.
Exactly. The natural power of the body is not just physical, it's also emotional. Patients who commit to healthy habits report improved mood, reduced anxiety, and even greater self-compassion. This shows that activating metabolism naturally is not just about losing weight, it's about living in harmony with your own organism.
So deep down, the choice between a drug like Ozempic and the natural power of the body is also a choice of life philosophy. Between believing in something external or trusting in one's own biology.
That's right. And when a person discovers this inner strength, everything changes. They realize they don't need shortcuts, because they already carry the most powerful resources within themselves. This is the foundation on which we can build any healthy and lasting strategy.
Dr. Tanaka, now that we've understood the natural power of the body, I'd like to explore the opposite side, the habits that get in the way. Because many people don't realize that what they do daily may literally be stalling their metabolism. What would be the main culprits in this sense?
The first one, without a doubt, is a sedentary lifestyle. The body was made to move, and when we spend hours sitting, the muscles stop working as they should. This reduces insulin sensitivity and slows down calorie burning. Another culprit is ultra-processed food, packed with hidden sugars and low-quality fats. They inflame the body and make metabolisms work harder.
Interesting you mention food. I notice that many people try to eat less, but end up choosing poorly. They swap a balanced meal for an industrial light snack, thinking they're doing the right thing, when in fact they're sabotaging their own body.
That happens a lot. Products with healthy labels can be misleading. Many contain sweeteners, preservatives, and excess sodium, which cause fluid retention and increase metabolic stress. Another factor we can't ignore is sleep. Sleeping too little or poorly directly affects hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which regulate hunger. The result: more appetite and less energy to move.
So it's an explosive combination. The person sleeps poorly, wakes up tired, looks for energy in fast, high-calorie foods, and spends the whole day sitting. That creates a vicious cycle that blocks any attempt at weight loss.
Exactly. And on top of that, there's chronic stress. When the body releases too much cortisol, it interprets it as a state of threat. In that scenario, the body tends to store fat, especially around the abdomen, as a form of protection. So unmanaged stress is one of the biggest enemies of a healthy metabolism.
That reminds me of patients who say, "I eat so little but I don't lose weight." Many times it's not about quantity, but about quality and context. The body may be stalled by invisible factors like stress, lack of sleep, or too little movement.
Exactly. Metabolism doesn't respond only to calories, but to the set of signals it receives. An inflamed and stressed body can't burn fat efficiently. That's why, when we talk about activating metabolism, we first need to remove these brakes. Only then can the internal biology work in our favor.
So before looking for magic solutions, we need to look at the basics: how we're sleeping, eating, handling stress, and moving. Seems simple, but it requires honesty with oneself.
That's the key point. Metabolism is not an enemy. It just responds to the environment we create. When we remove the obstacles, it naturally goes back to working as it should. And that's far more powerful than any isolated drug.
Now, let's talk about something more exciting: movement. We always hear that exercise is fundamental, but sometimes it feels like it only works if it's long and exhausting. Dr. Tanaka, do we really need to spend hours at the gym to activate metabolism, or are there simple movements that already awaken that energy?
That's a very common question. The good news is we don't need endless workouts to see results. The body responds really well to short stimuli, as long as they're consistent and well applied. Simple exercises that can be done at home or at work are already capable of activating large muscle groups and speeding up calorie expenditure.
So, in practice, the secret is not the duration, but the quality of the movement. I've noticed myself that a brisk 15-minute walk can completely change my energy level for the day. It seems small, but the effect is immediate.
Exactly. Movements like brisk walking, climbing stairs, dynamic stretches, or even small active breaks during work make a difference. What matters is keeping the muscles alert. Every time we activate the muscles, we send the body the message that it needs to spend energy, and that message accumulates effects over time.
It's almost like we're waking up the body several times a day. And I imagine this is more accessible for people who find it hard to fit formal exercise into their routine.
Exactly. Many people give up because they believe they need a whole hour to work out. But when they realize they can start with 5, 10, or 15 minutes of movement, adherence increases. It's like opening the door for the body to start trusting itself again.
And I think there's also a mental aspect. When we take short, active breaks, besides moving the body, we also clear the mind. It's a rest that even helps productivity.
Yes, the impact is double. Simple movements release endorphins, which boost mood, and improve circulation, which oxygenates the brain. That's why even modern companies are already encouraging employees to get up and move during work hours. The gain is not just physical, but cognitive and emotional too.
So even those who don't like the gym or don't have time can already reap immediate benefits if they change their mindset and include these movements. That's liberating.
Exactly. Movement doesn't need to be complicated. It needs to be frequent. Consistency creates adaptation, and adaptation creates results. Once we understand that, we realize every step counts, literally.
Dr. Tanaka, I have to confess I'm curious. You mentioned that there's a single, simple, and powerful exercise capable of speeding up fat burning in an impressive way. But before revealing it, I'd like to understand, why can a single movement have so much impact?
Because not all exercises are the same. Some activate small, isolated muscles, others recruit large muscle chains. When we activate big muscles, like thighs and glutes, energy expenditure skyrockets. Also, certain movements stimulate not only the physical aspect, but also the hormonal response, creating a much more intense metabolic effect.
That's fascinating. It seems almost counterintuitive. Instead of dozens of complicated exercises, a well-chosen movement can generate more results. And I imagine that also makes the process more accessible to people of different ages and conditions.
No doubt. The beauty of this type of exercise is its simplicity. It doesn't require expensive machines or sophisticated environments. It can be done at home, in the office, anywhere. And because it works fundamental muscles for mobility, it also contributes to joint health and posture.
That makes me think that many people waste time trying to copy athlete or celebrity workouts, when in fact they could get much more results with something basic, but well-guided.
Exactly. The fitness industry often makes things way too complicated. It creates the idea that only elaborate workouts work. But science shows that functional exercises that mimic natural movement patterns can be even more effective. The secret is not complexity, it's intensity and consistency.
And I think there's also an important psychological aspect. When we see that something is simple and accessible, it's easier to stick to it. The mental barrier goes down and motivation increases.
Exactly. Adherence is the key. The best exercise isn't the most sophisticated, but the one you actually do. That's why, when I teach this movement to my patients, they're surprised. It's simple, but the feeling in the body is immediate. Many report that even on the first day they already feel their muscles being activated intensely.
So we could say that we're about to learn an exercise that, in a way, democratizes weight loss. It's not about having access to an expensive gym, but about using your own body smartly.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of what we're about to reveal. A single, powerful, and accessible movement that anyone can start doing right now, safely, and get results faster than many imagine possible.
Dr. Tanaka, the time has come for the big reveal. You mentioned that there's a single, simple, and powerful exercise capable of burning fat faster than Ozempic itself. I'm sure a lot of people are curious now. So, what is this secret move that you recommend?
The exercise is the isometric squat. It consists of holding the squat position without moving for a certain amount of time. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. When we hold this position, we activate simultaneously the muscles of the legs, glutes, abs, and even the lower back. These are the largest muscle groups in the body, and the joint effort speeds up energy expenditure intensely.
Interesting. The first impression is that it can't be that hard, but I imagine that once someone tries it, they quickly realize the intensity. It's that kind of exercise that challenges you more than it seems.
Exactly. The isometric squat is a silent but powerful exercise. In just a few seconds, the whole body starts trembling, and this constant contraction creates a huge energy demand. And since it doesn't involve impact, it can be adapted for different ages and fitness levels, as long as the person respects their limits.
That's what stands out to me. You don't need to move to get results. Just holding your body in the correct position already makes your metabolism spike. And this can be done even at home with no equipment.
Exactly. The beauty of the isometric squat is precisely in its accessibility. Anyone can try it right now, without needing a gym. It's an exercise that fits into the routine, whether during a work break or before going to bed. The feeling of muscle activation is so strong that the body keeps burning calories even after finishing.
So it works almost like an emergency button. In just a few minutes, we can already shock the metabolism and wake up muscles that were dormant from a sedentary lifestyle.
Exactly. Many patients tell me that after a few weeks practicing, they not only lose weight faster, but also feel improvements in posture, balance, and even strength for daily activities. The isometric squat is a complete and smart movement.
And the most interesting part is realizing that something so simple can be more effective than expensive drugs full of side effects. We're talking about a free, natural, and accessible solution.
That's the central point. The isometric squat doesn't compete with medicine. It proves that the body already has the mechanisms we need. We just need to activate them. Once we understand this, we realize that the true revolution in health is not in pharmacies, but in how we use our own body.
Dr. Tanaka, now that we know the exercise, many listeners must be wondering, how do I start practicing safely? After all, even a simple movement needs to be done the right way to bring results and avoid problems.
Exactly. The first step is to understand the basic position. Imagine you are going to sit in an invisible chair. Your feet should be shoulder-width apart, knees aligned, and hips pushed back. The spine should remain upright, with the abdomen slightly contracted. Once in this position, simply hold still for 20 to 30 seconds at first.
That seems simple to visualize. So the idea is not to repeat it several times, but to sustain the position for a period of time, correct?
Correct. Isometry is not about movement, but about resistance. In the beginning, 20 to 30 seconds is already enough to feel the intensity. Over time, a person can gradually increase to 1 minute or even more. The important thing is to listen to the body and respect its limits, without seeking exaggerations right at the start.
And where can this exercise be fitted into the routine? Because many people believe they need a whole hour set aside to train, but perhaps this movement allows for more flexibility.
Absolutely. The isometric squat can be done during quick breaks throughout the day. Some patients do it when they wake up, others during work hours, and some practice before going to bed. Ideally, start with 2 to 3 sets per day. That is already enough to stimulate metabolism and strengthen the muscles.
Interesting. So it's not just a matter of burning calories, but also of gaining functional strength, which helps in daily tasks such as climbing stairs, carrying bags, or even maintaining good posture.
Exactly. This is a point often forgotten. Function. The isometric squat prepares the body to move better in daily life. And as a person gains strength and resistance, they notice that even the more dynamic exercises become easier. It is truly a foundational training.
And I imagine that, as with any practice, regularity is more important than isolated intensity. It's better to do a little every day than to overdo it once and then stop.
Perfect. Consistency is the key. 10 minutes of daily practice over weeks is worth much more than one intense session followed by abandonment. The body loves intelligent repetition. And it is this consistency that transforms the isometric squat into a powerful tool for fat burning and overall strengthening.
So we can conclude that the secret lies in starting small, maintaining the habit, and trusting the process. With discipline, anyone can transform their body and energy without relying on miracle solutions.
Exactly. The isometric squat is an invitation to rediscover the potential of your own body. And when practiced regularly, it shows that true preventive medicine lies in the simplest movements.
Thank you for your presence, Doctor. It was of great value. And you, viewer, don't go anywhere. The best is yet to come. Number 9. Salmon. Salmon is considered one of the most complete foods for those who want to lose weight in a healthy way. It stands out for being an excellent source of high-quality proteins, essential for the maintenance and gain of lean mass. The more active muscles the body has, the greater the energy expenditure, even at rest. This means that including salmon in the diet can accelerate calorie burning throughout the day, making weight loss more efficient. One of salmon's greatest differentials is its content of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats play a crucial role in regulating hunger-related hormones, such as leptin and ghrelin. With these hormones more balanced, it becomes much easier to control appetite and avoid binge eating episodes. In addition, omega-3 has an anti-inflammatory effect, fighting processes that make weight loss difficult and contributing to a more active metabolism. Another impressive aspect of salmon is its ability to improve insulin sensitivity. This feature helps prevent the carbohydrates consumed from being quickly stored as fat. Instead, they are used as a source of energy more efficiently. This makes the body work in a smart way, taking advantage of nutrients without wasting them in the form of fat deposits. Have you ever wondered why diets based on lean proteins are so successful? Salmon perfectly exemplifies this concept. In addition to providing prolonged satiety, it reduces the need for snacking throughout the day and promotes muscle recovery after exercise. This is particularly important for those who practice physical activity regularly, as it speeds up tissue regeneration and keeps energy levels high. Another positive point is salmon's versatility. It can be prepared in various ways: grilled, baked, cooked, or even in cold recipes such as salads and sashimi. This flexibility in the kitchen helps avoid food monotony, which often leads people to give up on a healthy plan. Eating well should also be pleasurable, and salmon combines strong flavor with real health benefits. Finally, it is important to remember that the quality of salmon makes a difference. Whenever possible, choosing fresh versions from reliable sources maximizes the benefits, avoiding unwanted additives present in highly processed options. Combined with vegetables and whole carbohydrates, salmon becomes a complete, balanced dish, and above all, a great ally in the journey of those who want to lose weight with health and vitality. Number 8. Red chili pepper. Red chili pepper is known for bringing heat to dishes, but its role in weight loss goes far beyond flavor. The main component responsible for this effect is capsaicin, a substance capable of increasing thermogenesis in the body. This process raises body temperature and, consequently, calorie expenditure, promoting fat burning naturally. It is as if the body is slightly forced to work harder even at rest. In addition to its thermogenic effect, red chili pepper also helps reduce appetite. Studies show that capsaicin can delay the release of hunger-related hormones, making the feeling of satiety last longer. This simple detail can significantly reduce daily calorie intake, helping to create the deficit necessary for weight loss. A dish seasoned with chili pepper, therefore, can be much more than just a burst of flavor. Another benefit of red chili pepper is related to blood circulation. By stimulating blood flow, it promotes tissue oxygenation and improves physical performance, especially in more intense workouts. This effect is particularly useful for those who want not only to lose weight, but also to increase endurance and energy for physical activity. The combination of training and food enhanced by chili pepper is a true accelerator of results. Have you noticed how sometimes small seasonings can completely change a meal? Chili pepper is a perfect example of this. A simple touch on the plate can transform digestion, accelerate metabolism, and even increase motivation to stay focused on weight loss. It proves that not only big changes make a difference, but also small, strategic choices in everyday life. Red chili pepper is also rich in antioxidants, which fight free radicals and reduce inflammatory processes in the body. This anti-inflammatory action is essential for weight loss, since chronic inflammation is associated with weight gain and difficulty losing fat. Therefore, in addition to stimulating calorie burning, chili pepper helps create a more favorable internal environment for sustainable weight loss. Finally, it is worth remembering that the intensity of consumption must be adjusted to each person's body. Overdoing it can cause gastrointestinal discomfort, but including it in small amounts is enough to reap benefits. Whether in sauces, salads, meats, or even teas, red chili pepper is a powerful, accessible ingredient that can transform the journey of those who want to lose weight with health and flavor. Number 7. Green tea. Green tea is considered one of the greatest natural allies for those who want to lose weight and burn fat. This ancient beverage, widely consumed in Asian countries, is loaded with catechins, antioxidant compounds that have the ability to speed up metabolism. These substances help the body use fat as an energy source, increasing the mobilization of fat stores. This is why green tea is present in so many weight loss strategies. In addition, green tea has a thermogenic effect that enhances calorie burning even at rest. The combination of caffeine and catechins increases fat oxidation, making physical exercise even more effective. Many people report that when they include green tea in their routine, they notice improved energy and increased physical endurance, crucial factors to maintain consistency in training. This shows how a simple habit can transform results. Another relevant point is its effect on appetite control. Regular consumption of green tea helps prolong the feeling of satiety, avoiding unnecessary snacks throughout the day. This feature is especially useful in restrictive diets, where hunger is often a major challenge. In addition, the balance in blood glucose levels promoted by the drink reduces energy spikes followed by crashes, which usually lead to overeating. Have you noticed how anxiety can hinder weight loss? Green tea can also help in this aspect. Its relaxing properties, despite its moderate caffeine content, help reduce stress and improve concentration. This is important because states of anxiety are directly linked to emotional eating. In other words, by improving focus and well-being, green tea indirectly contributes to maintaining dietary discipline. Another benefit of green tea is in overall health. In addition to aiding weight loss, it protects the body against free radicals, which are responsible for premature aging and various diseases. Its regular consumption is associated with improved circulation, cardiovascular protection, and even a reduced risk of some types of cancer. This makes it more than just an ally for weight loss, is a true reinforcement for overall health. To reap all the benefits, it is important to consume green tea the right way. The recommendation is to drink it at strategic times, avoiding periods close to bedtime, as it may interfere with sleep quality. It is also essential not to overdo the amount, as excess may cause stomach discomfort. Within a balanced routine, green tea becomes a powerful and natural tool to accelerate weight loss. Number 6. Eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete and accessible foods when it comes to nutrition and weight loss. Their main advantage is the high concentration of quality proteins, which help prolong satiety and keep muscles strong. When consuming eggs, the body receives all the essential amino acids, which are fundamental for repairing tissues and ensuring an active metabolism. This means that the food not only helps in muscle recovery, but also increases daily calorie expenditure. Another important point is that eggs help control appetite. Studies show that protein-rich meals, such as those that include eggs, reduce levels of the hormone ghrelin, known as the hunger hormone. As a result, calorie consumption throughout the day tends to decrease naturally without the need for major sacrifices. This hormonal regulation is one of the main reasons why eggs appear in so many weight loss diets. Eggs also offer an excellent cost-benefit ratio. Unlike other more expensive foods, they are affordable and versatile and can be prepared in countless ways. Boiled, scrambled, poached, or in omelets, they adapt to any meal, making the diet more practical and tasty. This practicality is essential for maintaining consistency, since many people give up on complex meal plans precisely because of preparation difficulties. Another striking benefit of eggs is their contribution to preserving lean mass. During weight loss, it is common to lose not only fat, but also muscle. Eggs provide the ideal amount of protein to protect this lean mass, keeping the body firm and healthy. This is especially important for those who combine diet with physical exercise, as it promotes a more defined body with less sagging. Have you noticed how small changes at breakfast can alter the rest of the day? Replacing refined or ultra-processed bread with eggs can completely transform energy and focus levels. Instead of facing glucose crashes, which are common after sugary foods, the body receives stable, sustained energy. This simple difference helps maintain productivity and discipline throughout the day, in addition to reducing the desire to snack. Finally, it is important to remember that eggs are a safe and healthy food when consumed in adequate quantities. For a long time, they were believed to be villains because of cholesterol, but modern research shows that their impact is much more beneficial than harmful. When included in moderation in a varied diet, eggs become a true partner in the process of weight loss and health maintenance. Number 5. Broccoli. Broccoli is one of the most recommended vegetables for those who want to lose weight, and not without reason. It has very few calories but is extremely rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This combination makes broccoli highly nutritious and, at the same time, light, allowing the body to receive everything it needs without excess calories. It is the classic example of a food that truly nourishes without causing weight gain. One of broccoli's main strengths is its fiber content. Fibers prolong satiety and regulate intestinal transit in addition to stabilizing blood glucose levels. This helps reduce insulin spikes, which often lead to the accumulation of abdominal fat. By including broccoli in meals, the body can stay satiated longer, avoiding hunger attacks at inappropriate times. Another highlight of broccoli is its anti-inflammatory action. Many times the difficulty in losing weight is associated with silent inflammatory processes in the body. The antioxidants present in this vegetable, such as vitamin C and flavonoids, fight these processes, creating a more favorable internal environment for weight loss. By reducing inflammation, broccoli also helps improve muscle recovery after physical exercise. Have you noticed how dark green vegetables always appear in well-structured diets? Broccoli is one of the main representatives of this group. It is also rich in calcium and magnesium, minerals essential for bone and muscle health. In addition, research shows that calcium may play a role in weight control, helping the body better metabolize fats. This detail makes broccoli even more strategic for weight loss. Another remarkable benefit is its versatility in the kitchen. It can be consumed boiled, steamed, sautéed, or even raw in salads, always offering flavor and different textures. This variety of preparation avoids food monotony and facilitates its inclusion in different meals of the day. Alongside lean proteins and whole carbohydrates, broccoli transforms any dish into a balanced and nutritious meal. Finally, it is important to emphasize that broccoli also contributes to the body's natural detoxification. It contains compounds that stimulate the liver to work more efficiently, eliminating toxins that could make weight loss difficult. Therefore, in addition to being light and nutritious, broccoli acts as a true internal cleaner, promoting not only weight loss, but also the maintenance of long-term health. Number 4. Apple. The apple is one of the most popular fruits in the world, and when it comes to weight loss, it stands out for being simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. Its secret lies in its high fiber content, especially pectin, which forms a gel in the stomach and increases the feeling of satiety. This characteristic reduces appetite and helps to better control portions throughout the day. It is as if the apple were a natural brake on food compulsion. In addition to controlling hunger, the apple contributes to the balance of blood glucose levels. The slow release of carbohydrates from this fruit prevents sugar spikes, which often result in sudden drops in energy and increased cravings for sweets. This stabilizing effect is fundamental for those who want to lose weight without suffering from mood swings or intense hunger episodes. A small detail that makes a huge difference. Another important point is practicality. Unlike many healthy foods that require preparation, the apple can be consumed at any time, anywhere. Just wash it, and is ready to satisfy hunger. This ease helps maintain healthy choices even on busy days, when the temptation to eat ultra-processed foods is usually greater. It is a true ally for consistency in the weight loss process. Have you noticed how the apple can even replace desserts? Its naturally sweet flavor satisfies the craving for sweets in a balanced way, without excess calories or added sugars. This makes it a great alternative for those who want to reduce their consumption of treats, but still do not want to give up the pleasure of eating something sweet. This small habit can significantly reduce caloric intake throughout the week. Another little talked about benefit of the apple is its antioxidant action. Rich in polyphenol and vitamin C, it fights free radicals that cause inflammation and premature aging. These antioxidants not only protect overall health, but also favor weight loss, since inflammatory processes can make fat elimination more difficult. Thus, the apple is more than a fruit. It is a powerful tool for well-being. Finally, it is important to emphasize that the apple should be eaten with its skin whenever possible, as this is where most of the fibers and antioxidants are concentrated. Incorporated into quick snacks, juices, salads, or even baked recipes is a practical and delicious choice. By opting for the apple, you not only support your weight loss process, but also strengthen your long-term health naturally. Number 3. Almonds. Almonds are small in size, but enormous in benefits for those seeking to lose weight. These nuts are rich in good fats, fibers, and proteins, a powerful trio when it comes to appetite control. By consuming a portion of almonds, the body receives slow-release energy, which prolongs satiety and prevents the habit of snacking between meals. It is like having a natural shield against unnecessary hunger. In addition to providing satiety, almonds help balance blood sugar levels. Their healthy fats slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, preventing glycemic spikes and energy fluctuations. This makes almonds especially useful for people who want to maintain dietary discipline and avoid sudden cravings for sweets. It is a strategic food to maintain dietary consistency. Another highlight is that almonds also favor metabolism. Because they are rich in proteins, they require more energy from the body to be digested, increasing calorie expenditure during digestion. This effect, called the thermic effect of food, may seem small, but over time, it makes a difference in the weight loss process. It is a detail that transforms almonds into a silent but effective ally. Have you ever stopped to think that many diets fail due to lack of practicality? In this sense, almonds are an excellent option since they can be carried in a bag or kept in a work drawer. Replacing ultra-processed snacks with a few almonds completely changes the quality of a diet. This simple choice guarantees more nutrients, fewer empty calories, and more control over weight. Another remarkable benefit is almonds' contribution to overall health. They are rich in vitamin E, magnesium, and antioxidants that protect the heart and reduce inflammatory processes in the body. This anti-inflammatory action is crucial as silent. Inflammation often hinders weight loss. With almonds in the diet, the body receives nutrients that favor both aesthetics and long-term health. Finally, it is important to stress that moderation is key. Although extremely healthy, almonds are calorie-dense, and excess consumption can hinder weight loss. The ideal amount is usually a handful per day, enough to enjoy their benefits without overdoing it. This way, they become a smart option to lose weight without giving up flavor and nutrition. Number 2, carrot. The carrot is a food that wins people over both for its flavor and for its benefits for those who want to lose weight. With very low calorie content and high nutrient density, it is a practical and efficient choice to include in everyday life. Its fiber content helps to prolong satiety, controlling appetite, and reducing calorie consumption throughout the day. It is a vegetable that proves that simplicity can be synonymous with effectiveness. Another essential point is the carrot's low glycemic index. This means it releases energy slowly and gradually, preventing spikes in blood glucose. This characteristic is fundamental to keeping the body balanced, as it prevents sudden energy variations and reduces the tendency to accumulate fat. Those seeking weight loss need exactly this type of metabolic stability. The carrot is also an excellent source of antioxidants, especially beta-carotene, which gives the root its vibrant color. This compound is converted into vitamin A by the body and plays an important role in skin, vision, and immune system health. In addition, antioxidants help fight internal inflammation, which often makes fat burning more difficult. In other words, the carrot works both inside and out. Have you ever thought about how small snacks can compromise a diet? The carrot can be a practical solution to this. Raw, cut into sticks, it is a crunchy and healthy alternative to replace cookies or ultra-processed snacks. In addition to satisfying the desire to chew, it provides quality fibers and nutrients, becoming a natural and accessible snack that supports weight loss. Another remarkable benefit of the carrot is its versatility. It can be eaten raw, cooked, roasted in soups, juices, and even functional cakes. This variety of preparation helps keep the diet enjoyable and diverse, avoiding the monotony that often leads to abandoning healthy habits. The secret to successful weight loss lies precisely in creating a balanced yet pleasant routine. Finally, the carrot indirectly contributes to digestive health. Its fibers feed the beneficial bacteria in the gut, strengthening the microbiome and improving nutrient absorption. A healthy gut is directly linked to efficient weight loss, as it improves energy utilization and regulates metabolism. Thus, the carrot is a discreet but fundamental ally for those who want to eliminate fat naturally. Number 1. Red fruits. Red fruits such as strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries are true nutritional treasures when the goal is to lose weight and burn fat. They combine low calories with high nutrient density, offering abundant fibers, vitamins, and minerals. The highlight, however, lies in their antioxidants such as anthocyanins, which fight inflammation and facilitate weight loss. They are small in size but great in impact. In addition to helping reduce inflammation, red fruits have a direct effect on appetite control. Their fibers promote slower digestion and increase the feeling of satiety. This means less desire to eat between meals and greater ease in maintaining the caloric deficit necessary for weight loss. They are a clear example of how nature provides practical solutions for those seeking balance. Another fascinating point is the impact of these fruits on glucose regulation. Consuming red fruits helps to avoid blood sugar spikes, stabilizing energy levels throughout the day. This effect protects against excessive fat storage, especially in the abdominal region. At the same time, it reduces cravings for sweet foods, one of the biggest challenges of any diet. Have you noticed how the flavor of red fruits can transform simple meals? Adding them to natural yogurt, a salad, or a smoothie not only improves the taste, but also multiplies the nutritional value of the meal. This pleasure associated with health makes the diet easier to follow, because there's no need to give up flavor to lose weight. It is a choice that balances body and mind. Another important benefit is cardiovascular protection. Red fruits improve blood circulation and lower blood pressure, preventing heart disease. This effect is directly linked to healthy weight loss, since an efficient cardiovascular system favors the transport of oxygen and nutrients, boosting workout results. Thus, the impact goes far beyond aesthetics. Finally, it is important to emphasize that red fruits also help prevent premature aging. Their antioxidants reduce cellular damage caused by free radicals, preserving skin, memory, and immune system health. Therefore, by including these fruits in your routine, you not only support weight loss, but also invest in longevity and quality of life. And if you want to continue receiving the best videos for your health, subscribe to the channel, because it exists for only one reason: to make you a healthier person with more quality of life. Helping you is my mission. In the video that now appears on your screen, I reveal the powerful drink that makes you walk without pain. Click on the screen and check it out.